Fly this chopper.
And I'll marry you. Victoria Hale, one of the richest CEOs in the city, said it loud enough for her entire board to hear. They laughed like it was the funniest joke ever said. She was pointing at a silent, dusty black homeless man standing near the helipad. His name was Elijah. No one expected him to respond. He looked like someone who had not eaten in days, someone who should have been begging, not standing near a helicopter worth $7 million. But Elijah did not flinch. He did not laugh. He did not even blink. He simply looked at the helicopter, the matte black twin engine, Bell 429, as if it was something he had seen before. His fingers moved slowly, brushing an old military dog tag hanging under his shirt. The crowd leaned in, waiting for him to look embarrassed. Victoria smirked and crossed her arms, but instead, Elijah took one small step forward, and for the first time, the laughter stopped. Why did that one helicopter make the color drain from her face? Every morning, before the city wakes up, Elijah sits beneath the old highway bridge beside the river. He does not beg. He does not disturb anyone. He just quietly fixes things people discard: radios, watches, kids, broken toy drones, handing them back restored when their owners return for curiosity. Most ignore him. Some toss coins like he is not human. A few mothers secretly leave him coffee because he once fixed their stroller for free. He never asks for anything. To most, he is invisible. That afternoon, a convoy of black SUVs arrived near the same bridge. Camera crews, security, luxury heels stepping onto gravel. Victoria Hale, billionaire CEO of Hale Aviation. She was there for a charity photo, feeding the forgotten. A trending stunt. Her team scanned for a good-looking homeless subject to film. Their eyes landed on Elijah. Victoria walked closer, her perfume cutting through the smell of river iron. "Hey," she said, loud enough for cameras to hear. "Want a free meal? Maybe perform for my staff a little?" Her assistants laughed. Elijah calmly looked at the helipad behind her, the private helicopter being prepped. He did not move. He did not bow. He simply stood still. No fear. No hunger, just silence. Victoria tilted her head, amused. "Too proud to earn your dinner?" He said nothing, so she smiled, colder this time. "Then let me make you a better offer. One you will never accept." Victoria stepped onto the private helipad like it was her personal stage. Her staff circled, with phones out, recording, waiting for the next viral moment. She pointed at the helicopter behind her, voice dripping with arrogance. "Fly this chopper," she said loudly, "and I'll marry you on camera. Right here. Right now." Laughter exploded around them. Her staff howled. Security guards smirked. One assistant whispered, "He probably cannot even spell helicopter." But Elijah did not flinch. He did not smile. He did not even blink. His fingers only brushed against a small folded cloth. Inside his jacket, the same cloth his daughter placed in his hand when she whispered her last goodbye before being taken from him. He let the memory pass quietly, then looked back at Victoria, still, silent, and that silence unsettled her. For the first time, a flicker of irritation crossed her face. "What is wrong?" she mocked. "Afraid you will crash and embarrass yourself?" He remained perfectly still. "If you were here, would you speak? Or stay silent?" The team kept laughing. Phones zoomed in, waiting to catch him beg or break, but Elijah only took one slow step forward. Her jaw tightened. "Security!" she snapped. "Move him back! He is wasting my time." The guards moved in, hands on his shoulders, ready to shove him down the stairs. That is when Elijah finally spoke. He did not raise his voice. He did not defend himself. He just said one calm sentence. "Steady as steel. Tell your pilot to step aside." Laughter stopped instantly. The rooftop fell silent. Phones lowered. Even the helicopter crew turned. For the first time, Victoria's smile vanished. The helipad was dead, silent. No one breathed. Elijah stepped past. Security like they were not even there. heading straight toward the helicopter. Victoria's confidence cracked. "Stop him!" she barked. But even her own pilot hesitated, because Elijah's movements were not random. They were precise, measured, trained. He opened the cockpit door and began the pre-flight checks calmly, fingers moving with muscle memory. Victoria's voice trembled for the first time. "Who are you?" No response, only the rhythmic click of switches. Suddenly, one of the older staff members gasped. "Elijah Jackson?" he whispered. Everyone turned to him. His eyes were wide. "That is Major Elijah Jackson, U.S. Air Force, Black Hawk Rescue Division. He saved over 200 lives in war evacuations." Victoria's blood ran cold. Elijah glanced back once, looked her straight in the eyes, and with flawless control, the helicopter lifted from the pad like silk rising on water. No shake, no struggle, just mastery. Victoria stumbled backward, her voice lost. The same man she mocked as worthless just flew her $14 million helicopter smoother than her own pilot ever had. Share this if you still believe respect should never depend on appearance. Elijah circled once, professional, silent, and touched down so smoothly that even the champagne glasses on the table did not tremble. The engine cut. The blades slowed, and when he stepped out, Victoria could not even stand on her own feet. Victoria's legs gave way. Elijah stepped toward her, calm, steady, the opposite of everything she had assumed. Her voice cracked. "Who are you?" He looked at her for a long moment. Not with pride, not with anger, with quiet truth. "I trained your father." The rooftop froze again. Victoria's breath stopped. Elijah continued, voice low, steady. "General Richard Hale, he flew missions with me. He once risked his life to bring one injured child out of enemy fire. He did not survive the next mission. But he told me something I never forgot." He paused. "If you have power, and you cannot use it to lift someone, then you are already poor." Victoria's eyes filled, not from embarrassment, but from a daughter's grief finally breaking through the armor of pride. Tears slipped before she could hide them. I never knew," she whispered. "I only heard how feared he was. No one told me he was kind?" Elijah finished. "Yes, strength without kindness is just ego." She looked away, ashamed. "About the marriage offer. He raised a hand gently. "I do not need your ring," he said. "I never did." Then, the smallest, softest smile. "But if you must give something, pass the kindness forward." Silence. No dramatic applause. Just a hush deeper than any roar. Victoria nodded slowly, not as a CEO, but as a daughter, humbled. Elijah turned to leave, a homeless man no longer invisible, but the man who restored her father's honor before her own eyes. Subscribe for more stories where silence transforms power into respect. Final question. What if the person you judged was the one who once saved lives you will never know about?